Hello again. Part 4, the final frontier and the final installment of our video series about triads. Like I said in the first video, all of the triads we refer to in class, aside from this very last little tidbit of factual information, are what we call in root position. And so if we look at, let's just use the most famous triad of all time, just C major. So C, E, G. If we work it out, you got to trust me on this one, it's C major. I'm at least smart enough to know that. So anyway, we got a C, major third above that, and E, perfect fifth above C is a G. So C major. So up to this point, all of the triads in this class have been in order. So first degree, third degree, fifth degree. Now sometimes, and without being in person, being able to show you this on a piano, composers want to rearrange the notes of a triad so that they move a little bit more smoothly. If after music fundamentals you're interested in learning more about this is pretty much what you start to learn in music theory class. This is what's called voice leading. So sometimes we need the notes in the triad to be in a different order than root position. And so let's look at the different positions of this C major triad. So when we have the tonic or the root at the bottom of a triad, this is called root position. So here we have C, E, G. So now there are times, and really, again, the only reason we do this in real life is because you really want notes to move smoothly. That's really the best way I can say it. So this video is not going to be an exhaustive discussion of triad inversions. So this is the most basic approach. So what we're going to do is we're going to still have C, E, G, but we're going to move the C up an octave. So instead of it being down on the bottom, we're going to have C up here, and we're going to have E here, and we're going to have G here. So remember the rules of triads. We always write triads when they're in root position on adjacent lines or spaces. Now, like anything, this is when we're going to break the rule. So this is still a C triad, but when the third is at the bottom of the triad, we call this first position or first inversion. So we still have the same triad, C, E, G, C, E, G, but we've rearranged it so that the C is moved up, or we could just think that the third is on the bottom. And that's called first inversion, first position. We can do this one more time by moving the C and the E up. So we have G on the bottom, being all sad down there by itself. So we have G, C, E. So now we have the fifth at the bottom. So we still have C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G. We're just moving them around. So it's still a C triad, C major triad. But when we have the fifth of the triad at the bottom, this is called second position or second inversion. Now, without, like I said, going into a pretty detailed example of why we need this, basically, I always get this question in class, why do we need this? Why is this important? Really, for this class, we're just covering the fact that it exists, and again, it's really just to facilitate notes moving the smallest possible and most smooth version of connection with each other. Basically, if you use these, your music will sound smoother depending on how the notes move with each other. So The good thing about this is for all tests and quizzes, everything is always in root position. This is our primary interest in this class, is being able to write and identify triads. This is sort of more of a, hey, if you go on to music theory class, this is what you're going to learn. So this is our focus, and that is your brief introduction to triad inversions. Have a great, non-confusing day. Bye.